It's about to go down here.
Hi everyone, I know it's been a while since we've all seen each other, but yep, we're back again, and this time around, I have a separate content. I have a format in which I want to start doing my podcast, a much more organized and a much more scripted format, to be very specific. But before going into that, there is this video that's been going online because I haven't done a reaction video in a very long time. There is this video going online, going viral from this pop a balloon platform whereby we have a gentleman or a lady walking, and if you like them you hold onto your balloon, and if you don't like them you pop the balloon. So this video has been going on, and it's so paramount to the black culture. And for some reason I didn't look into this video because I'm really just tired of all this type of things, this going out on a date to and broadcasting it and just putting the black folk business out there. I'm just really no longer for those kind of things because for some reason, and this might be just, I mean, this is just my own opinion and it's highly subjective. For some reason, I just kind of feel like it's sort of degrading to the black culture. But someone else might say it the other way around, whereby you're putting things out there, in search for love or search for healing or search for connection. But for some reason, I think it's just like us just putting our businesses out there and just telling ourselves. And of course, we need to know that there's so many things wrong, within our culture, and we need to have a way of fixing it. However, I myself being a very traditional human being, back in the days when we have issues in our family, we resolve those issues within our family. You know what I'm saying? Whereby we have the head of the family, and if you can resolve it amongst yourself, you take it to the senior person in the family, and then the next senior person until if you guys just can resolve it until you get to the very head of the family. But just to talk about this video that we are reacting to, it's a video from the Pop the Balloon podcast or platform or show, and there's this man going viral. There's been several men going viral, and ladies also going viral. There's this Dr. Ilham, I believe. There's the plumber dude, and then there's this new guy, and it's been generating a mixed feelings because you see guys saying, okay, he's asking like the necessary questions from the ladies, and you see ladies are like, oh no, he's not asking the right question, and even if he's asking the right question, it's coming off as being super or hyper aggressive. So we want to look into that and see if he's hyper aggressive or if he's asking the right question or if it's just matching the energies. Let's look into this video and we will comment. Okay? So let's go.
Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. It's your host Arllette, and we are back with another episode of Pop the Balloon or Find Love. And we've got some beautiful single ladies lined up. Make some noise, ladies. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So we have got a group of single men waiting to come out here and meet y'all. So when they come around this corner, they'll come out one by one. If you're feeling him, if he's your type, he checks off all of your check boxes. Do not pop your balloon. However, if there's something he said that you're like, oh, red flag, or you just really can't see yourself dating this guy, go ahead and pop your balloon, and I'll go over to a few of you, see why you ended up popping. You guys ready? Yes. Okay. With that being said, let's go ahead and bring out our first single guy. Hello, welcome in. I'll have you hold this.
How you doing, Arllette?
Good, good. How are you? Can we get your
Great.
name?
My name is Brian.
Brian, how old are you?
I'm 40.
40
I'll
and
be 41 in September.
Okay, it's coming up.
Yeah.
And Brian, what do you do?
I'm an aircraft mechanic
Very
for a major
cool.
airline.
All right.
So
Now,
I fix planes. I want you to get home safe.
we appreciate you. And now, what are some things that you like to do for fun?
Things I like to do for fun. I like trail riding. I live in Houston.
Okay.
I'm from New Orleans. but I like to ride horses. I'm a country guy. Okay, I'm still city, but I like to do country things.
Got it.
I like to read. I'm from the ghetto, but I am a nerd. Okay, I like to read. I want to know about things that I don't know. Okay, I like to go lounges. Right, I like to go to museums. I just like to really have a good time.
Okay, nice. Now, what are some things that you're looking for in a woman?
Transparency, for sure. Transparency.
Okay.
If I can't see who you are when I meet you, then I would never know, right? Loyalty, that really, for men, that's a big thing, loyalty. I need to know when you out partying, having a good time, that you loyalty and you faithful to a man like me.
Okay. Now, what are some of your deal breakers?
Deal breakers? I really don't have deal breakers, right? Because I'm from the ghetto, so I understand that, we do a lot of things in our past and in our youth that is really a problem. So I don't really have any deal breakers. But as far as deal breakers, I don't really have any.
Okay. All right. So we did get a few pop balloons.
Okay.
Let's go on over to those ladies, see why they ended up popping.
No problem.
All right. Let's start right on over here. If
Okay, no deal breakers. Because he's a very understanding human being. So no deal breakers. And they pop the balloons as soon as he said he has no deal breakers. And now we're going to hear what they have to say as to why exactly they pop their balloons. And I want us to listen very carefully because while you're listening, I want you to also get this thing through your sensory, your mental filtering system, whereby are you looking at it from, is this reason rational or is it something that can be walked around? Because based on what he said, he is, because for you to be a 41-year-old man, you're working as a plane mechanic and you love to read. That means you have a huge amount of a wealth of knowledge through which you feel the things. And now you understand that no one's perfect, and that's why you don't have deal breaker because you believe anything can be walked around. However, let's say if they are willing to walk around anything that he has, but then I want you to watch, observe, do not judge. Okay, do not judge, although it's hard not to, but do not judge. Just listen to both sides. Now we've seen and we've heard them pop the balloons as soon as he said he has no deal breakers. But let's hear their side of the story because this is where things get juicy.
if we can have your name and age.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Parker, but I go by Mrs.
Okay.
I'm 39, and
You say you're
And-
39?
39.
All right.
And Mrs. Parker, what do you do?
I'm a professional makeup artist.
You're a makeup artist?
Yeah, shout out to Makeup by Mrs. Parker.
All right. And Mrs., why did you end up popping your balloon?
I popped your balloon because you said you don't have any deal breakers, and everybody has to have some type of deal breaker, so you have to have something that you don't like. But you look really nice. You look dapper. Nice to meet you.
It's definitely nice to meet you. When it comes to deal breakers, I'm not a surface level dating type of guy, right?
Okay.
I don't really care about your past. I'm from the ghetto. I'm from New Orleans, right? So nothing that you've done in your past doesn't matter to me because that was before me. After me, that's when you upgrade yourself. So that's why I said I don't have any deal breakers because I don't want to say that, hey, you're not my type because of what you've done in your past, not knowing that that wasn't right or wrong. Okay, so that's why.
Respect.
And now, is Mr. someone that is your type?
She definitely. She got this cowgirl going on. I'm from the South, right? So I like your outfit. I like what you got going on, definitely.
Thank you.
All right. Let's go to our next lady over here. If we can have your name and age.
Hi, I'm Tracy, and I'm 37. I'm from New Orleans as well, and I live in the DMV. And the reason why I popped my balloon is because I am from New Orleans, and just the energy just wasn't vibing with. Like, I think you're super cool. I love the way that you look. But as far as like energy, I feel like I've dated guys from New Orleans before, and it just did not work out for me. So I think because we come from the same place, it just clashes.
Okay, so since we come from the same place, it class.
All right. Okay, this is where things gets crazy with me. Okay, so the very first lady, no deal breaker, and now this one, I've dated all the guys, and it just because I've dated all the guys, and you're from New Orleans, so I can't. I'm just going to assume that you're one of them, and this is very tricky because at this point you are putting someone in a box, And when he came in, okay, keep in mind we are not taking sides here, but when he came in and he said no deal breaker, he's trying to keep an open mind as much as possible without putting anyone in any form of confinement. And it's almost like that's his very first mistake. First mistake, by saying he has no deal breaker, they're like, oh, there should be something that's. I mean, given the fact that, like you said, he's from the ghetto, he wants to walk around things. It's 41. When you get to that age, you begin to understand that no one is perfect, and you want to work things out with someone. But he's not going to get the chance because he doesn't have a deal breaker, which is kind of immature at this point. And then the second one, because I've dated other guys, you reminded me of other guys. You're going to be like the same. You're just going to be the same as the other guy. You're a dapper, but I'm not feeling your energy. Oh boy, it's almost like you can't win. I think one of the shows, like if you go on the shows, don't go like with a super serious mind. Just go have fun. Just go have fun. And and that's one thing I've learned about life or about people. Like when you have a very high expectation, you will always end up getting disappointed. Okay, but when you just keep an open mind, like, okay, we're gonna make this well, we're gonna have some fun, we're gonna go out, have some great time, good food, visit, like you said, he likes visiting the museum, go to the museum. You just realize there's so many intricate things about the people you begin to discover, right? And that only happens when you give someone a chance. That doesn't happen when you don't give anyone a chance. The moment you place someone in a box, that's it. That's it. It's a lose-lose situation. You won't get to know the person won't get to know you. And you might be like, oh, I don't care, I don't want to get to know the person. Well, it is what it is. However, when you're clocking this age, 41, 39, 37, you need to begin to realize no one needs to tell you. You number one, you're not perfect, okay? And that's why you're single at that age. You already know you're not perfect, okay? And you should be a bit more open minded.
Yeah.
You know,
I just haven't had really good relationship experiences dating people from my hometown.
you never met Brian. You never met Brian, but today that you did, you know what I mean? And today definitely you was a winner. But the fact that you're from New Orleans, I respect that because I respect my home and I'm prideful on being a Louisianimal, right? And I definitely was feeling you. But,
Thank you.
you know,
Like I
since you
said, you're
popped
very
on me,
handsome.
we don't really deal with rejection too well. We respect that, but we move on.
And then
Nice to
Tracy,
meet you.
Tracy, we actually didn't get. What do you do?
So I work in management. So the person that I kind of link with, we can kind of go into further of my career. Yeah.
What industry? What management? What industry?
I wouldn't like to say. Yeah, I would like to discuss that with the person that I match with. I think that's a little more in depth.
Okay. You're looking good today. I love the orange.
Let's go to our
Definitely.
next lady here. We can have your name and age.
My name is Chanel Kidd, and I am originally from Gary, Indiana. I live here in Phoenix, Arizona. Coco Stiletto on Instagram. I have my own business. I'm a business consultant, and I also create trivia games that I sell on Amazon.
Okay, and I'm sorry, we didn't get your age.
I am 42. And the reason why I popped my balloon is pretty much, and you already answered. You didn't have any deal breakers. I need someone that knows what he wants. I can be a handful sometimes as well. So, and it can be anything. So it's got to be something that makes you tick, that you can be honest about. So that's why I popped my balloon. And you kind of remind me of my nephew, just kind of. It's just me.
Okay. Now we're beginning to understand this ladies, right? We begin to understand this lady because why don't you have any deal breaker at 41? All right, now I'm beginning to see what these ladies are talking about. Even though sometimes when they say they be looking crazy, I'm beginning to see exactly what they mean. Like there has to be something, okay? There has to be something. Like you can't hide everything. A little bit of honesty goes a long way. So you're coming on the show, you have to be open, okay? You have to be open. Now, and I get it, even if you don't have a deal breaker, you're willing to walk around things to make things work, but there has to be a point of no return because you got to understand, women are like children, okay? Women are like grown babies. And this is what I mean by that. when you when you place a restriction on a child, they tend to want to just figure out why are you placing restriction on me. Okay, they always want to break the rules and just escape the restriction. So when you're dealing with them, there has to be something that they'll be like, okay, why is it that you don't want me to break this rule? And then they end up breaking the rule. It's just like when you tell a kid, don't, don't go to this place. Do not touch this food when I leave the house, or don't touch this thing when I leave the house. The moment you leave the house, that's exactly what they want to touch. Okay, and that's what ladies are all about. So to them, they're like, what is this thing that you don't want us to touch? And if you don't have anything, are you even human, or you're some Terminator? Or a robot, something. Kind of remind me of a lady I used to have around me, and and my own thing when I'm living with anyone is I have my time when I'm writing, because I'm writing. When I'm writing, I don't want to talk to no one. Okay, I want to be in the zone. I want to be by myself. I don't want to hear anyone's voice. I just want to be inside my head. And this lady was like, "Oh, I want to talk to you." And I was like, "You know the rules. Don't break the rules. Don't break the rules." And she came and she was like, "I want to do this." Okay. I was like, "No, I don't want to do nothing." She's like, "What do you want to do?" She was like, "Listen, I just want to do it." And I'm like, "No, I don't want to do anything, because this is sacrilege. This is my moment, and I don't want to do nothing with you now." And that was the end of the relationship then, because she tried to break the rules, and it's ideal for you to have those rules. However, I believe that this brother will definitely have some rules. It's just he's trying to keep an open mind as much as possible. And this is why it's always a losing game when you're trying to get ladies, because when you go in there and you're like, "Oh, I want to get them all," you might end up not getting anything. And you said, he's 41, he knows this already, because as a guy, um, it's always funny to me because I've gone on 1 month streak whereby I don't have any girl, and I've gone on 1 month streak whereby I had like different ladies, for like every other day. And it happens. You have it's like an up and down thing, and there will be some time when you have all the baddies. And there'll be some time when you don't have a single baddie. And when you talk to a baddie, she'll just be like, "Oh, don't talk to me again. I'm gonna block you, whatever." And you just gotta be able to manage those situations. Sometimes some people go through this kind of situation by having that one stable girlfriend or a stable wife, that they live with, and they just enhance the stability thing. But everyone is just different. Everyone is different. You need to find yourself, and know what you're willing to deal with, and know what you're not willing to deal with. Um, for me, I just can't tolerate a lady that's just overbearing, like in my space. Like, even though we live together, I just want to have my space too. You know what I'm saying? We live together. We live in. That's why I live in a very massive house, because I want to be able to just be in a room and not even hear your voice. I want to hear nothing from you, and that doesn't mean I don't love you. It's just I need to be in my own head, in my own. I need to have that moment to myself so I can like get into my creative cycle and do the things that I love doing. And that doesn't mean I don't love you. It's just I just want to be by myself. Okay, but that's it. Um, so I get exactly what this lady is saying. Like, how come you don't have a deal breaker? Are you a serial killer? Women think about all those things. Women love watching horror movies and psychological thrillers. The first thing they think about is he a killer? That's the very first thing. They're like, "You're 41, you're single, you don't have no deal breaker. I could just come home and do whatever I want. Are you going to kill me?" Yeah, you gotta understand when you're dealing with women, it's just kind of weird. The only thing you could do with this ladies is just be yourself and have fun. Just be a fun person. Just come in. Don't be stiff. Don't be rigid. Don't have too much expectation. Like I've come to realize that women don't even like you planning to like be with them. That's weird, right? I know. They don't want that. They want everything to happen by accident. or maybe by destiny, so they can like say, "Oh, I don't know, I just fell in love with him." Like from the moment I saw him, I knew it was the one. You know, something as simple as going to the movies. Back in the days when I'm going to the movies, I'd be telling the ladies, "Look into the movies, see what's playing tomorrow, or let's check until we go in by 3 p.m." And then I changed. I was like, "Listen." They were like, "What movie are we seeing tomorrow?" I don't care. We just go to the movies, we'll see what's playing, and we just watch it. And that's it. We like to surprise ourselves. Okay? So he's coming in looking all stiff with no deal breaker, with no element of surprise. And the ladies are picking up on it. And ladies pick up on things you don't say more than those things that you say. Now they might be wrong, but they also might be right. And that's what's going on here. Because this lady is 42, he's 41, and she should be jumping on that brother's D. She should be desperate, but she's still saying, no deal breaker. It's almost a red flag, or it's a red flag. And I see it from her perspective. Okay? Now, our brother's going to ask her a question, and let's see what the brother's going to ask her.
Can I remind you, my nephew? Okay. So you said the deal breakers was because I don't have a deal breaker?
Correct.
Okay, well, I could have a
I
clean
need, I need a man to tell me something. Tell me what he want and don't want.
And-
If
and
you
that
can't
will-
tell me
and-
that,
and
I
that-
might jump all over you.
and that will come. Definitely. I would definitely tell you where you're going wrong at. But as far as a deal breaker, I have a clean slate with everybody. I'm the type to trust you before I not trust you. I'm going to give you that grace before I don't give you that grace, right? But I respect how you feel.
I like that response. Might circle back, but
You might go get back?
might.
You want your balloon back?
Do you want that balloon back?
Not yet.
Okay.
You got to get the gab I see, so we're just gonna.
I got the gift of gab.
Let's go on
It's
to our next
transparency,
ladies.
love.
Okay, if we can start off with your name and age.
Hi, I'm Janae. I'm 34.
Hello,
And
Janae.
Janae, what do you do?
I'm in school for fashion design. I'm an office assistant, and I'm a new entrepreneur. Just about to launch my fitness.
Look at the brother's posture, okay? Brother opened up. All right? Brother is really interested in this girl. You see the way he's looking at her? Like he's really interested in this girl. He's paying full attention. Both ears, chest open. It's just like, okay, let me hear you out. All right? Let's see that.
Clothing line called We Fit.
Okay, and why did you end up popping your balloon for Brian?
Hey, Brian. I love the way you speak, but for me, it was the pants. I don't like the pants too tight. I'm kind of ghetto too, so I like them a little loose, and that was just it for me.
How old are you?
34.
34? How many kids you got?
I got 3.
You got 3?
Yep.
How many baby daddies?
I have 3.
You got 3 baby daddies. Okay.
I should have said 0,
Mm.
because it's just me.
You gonna lie to the public?
No, I have 3, but it's just me. I'm a single parent. There's no man in my life.
No man in your life?
Nope.
Why
Except
is the
my
reason
boys.
for there no man in your life?
Well, my first child, his father passed away, and the other 2 are nowhere to be found. So, what can you do?
They do you like that? What's wrong with them?
Something. Only God knows.
Or is there something wrong with you?
Possibly, but I think I'm just fine.
I think you're just fine as well.
Thank you.
Right. But to say that a 41-year-old man is disqualified because of his pants,
You're 41?
I'll be 41 in September.
Okay, because I was like, I thought you said 40.
I'll be 41 in September. That's coming up.
I like it. It's okay for you. It's not my style.
Okay. All right. I might be wrong here now, okay? I might be wrong. Okay? However, brother was interested in this lady, okay? He opened up to the lady said something, and brother got a little bit triggered, okay? Now, because she said he's disqualified because of his pants. A 34 years old lady disqualifying a 41-year-old man because of his pants. And he got a little bit like, what's going on here, okay? Now, honestly, what I'm looking at, what I think about this lady is she is looking at the height difference. I promise y'all. They wouldn't say it because women wouldn't say exactly why they're disqualifying you. because they might think, oh, it's a bit mean or whatever. But if you look at this, she is clearly looking at the height difference, and she couldn't say it. And she's saying it's the pants. I promise you, it's not the pants. I promise you, okay? She's looking at something else, and I think brother's picking up on that, and brother wants her to come clean, and that's why brother keeps asking all these questions, because that's how you get the right answer out of someone, by asking questions. So he's asking these questions. What are you? What are you? What are you? Are you this? Are you the problem? Or are they the problem? Or are you the problem? But she doesn't want to be as honest as she is thinking. However, to just say brother, 41-year old, a plain mechanic is disqualified because of his pants, because it's too skinny for you. And brother is in shape. Keep in mind, brother is in shape. All right? There's nothing wrong with brother. But to say that, it's a little bit edgy. All right? And honestly, brother could have taken it with a smile. And this is another thing that I noticed, whereby, ladies, they will always reject you, but they expect you to take it with a smile. But they can't take rejection, all right? They can't. Women can't. It's just, it's all over the place. It's been proven visually. We've seen it on videos. Women can't take rejection as openly as men do. I know women. There's a woman that can take a form of rejection, like they can take more pain than most guys. Women can endure more pain than guys, but taking rejection openly, they don't like it, because for some reason they think it's just kind of like demeaning. However, they expect you as a guy to be able to take it with a smile and just move on, and do your thing, and just don't get salty about it. There's a lot of things like that going on here, but brother here got triggered because of the pants comment.
With everything going on, I like the pants to be a little baggy, that's all.
Where you from, love?
Kansas City.
Kansas City.
Yeah.
Okay. How long you been out here?
2 years.
2 years?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you. Let's go on over here. If we can have your name and age.
I am Venusian, 39.
And you said Venusian? And what do you do?
I'm a TikTok creator manager.
Cool. And why did you end up popping your balloon?
I'm a free-spirited woman, so having to check in with somebody like they are my parent is something that I don't subscribe to, so that's why I pop my balloon.
What do you mean check in like they're your parent?
The way that you were discussing how somebody needs to constantly, when we're out and about, to text or call and check in, that's something that I don't subscribe to, so that's why I pop my balloon.
Okay, before brother says something, I just want us to weigh this. Okay, let's weigh this. If you are dating someone, them overly controlling, or them trying to be your parent or something, you just do it. Okay, you talk to someone. It's called respecting the relationship. Hey, I'm out with my friend, just grabbing a drink. You go even FaceTime him or call him or something. There is absolutely no reason to not do that. It's not demeaning, it's not dehumanizing, it's not like treating you like a child. People do it all the time. Okay, people do it all the time. All right, so checking in, that's not the issue. Like I said, women would disqualify you for a reason that they would never tell you. Okay, and it took me a while to realize that, because I've dated so many women in my life too, and sometimes when they break up with me, they don't tell me the reason. They just, and then I spend like days and months and sometimes even years trying to figure out what really happened. Like, what did I say? What happened? Blah, blah, blah. And after a while, I just like, listen, if it's over, it's over. Don't think about it. Don't, just let it go. Okay, let them move on. If they want to move on, that's if they're with you, give them a good time. And if they want to leave, just let them leave. However, they will never tell you the exact reason. And that's what's happening here, okay? If you don't like the guy, that's fine. But saying, oh, I don't want to check in, I don't want to be checking in with you, that's something you do with someone you love, okay? That's something you do with someone you respect, all right? So if she's dating someone that she truly loves and she doesn't want to lose and she cares about the person, no one is going to ask her to check in. No one is going to ask her to tell the person, hey, I'm sorry, I'm running late. I'm at work. I'll be with you in 30 minutes. Oh, I just gotta go. I gotta work late. There's nothing that will stop you from doing it when you love and care about the person. And it's understandable, all right? Some things just never, ever, ever take them personal. I promise you. You could talk to a lady now and she can reject you and move on and make you feel demeaning, blah, blah. And then you see them 2 weeks later and you guys will still exchange number. It's happened to me on so many occasions, okay? Whereby I would talk to a lady now and she'd be like, no, blah, 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 your head is too big, your mouth is too big. And then I see them like 2 months later, 3 months later, and we're still talking again, and I got the number, and damn, we're banging. So that's the whole point of this thing. You just gotta have fun with women. Don't get too critical with them, okay? Don't get too serious. Even the way she's responded, like, oh, this and that. Don't bring nothing out of her. Let her. She's a free-spirited. Free-spirited means she's for the streets. That's it. Because what the heck is a free-spirited? How you going to be in a relationship and you don't want to be disciplined? Without discipline, there's no growth, okay? Without discipline, there's no growth. But however, keep in mind what I said. That women like things just happening to them spontaneously. So they can say, oh, it just happened. Oh, I just fell in love with him. Oh, I don't know. There was just a spark. They don't want no planning because planning is tedious. It's adulting. They don't like all this kind of stuff, right? So that's why sometimes you want to just help them make up their mind. Just, listen, we just going to the movies. What movie I will see? I don't know. We just go see what they have. I like surprises. Where are we going to tomorrow? We're going on a date tomorrow. Where are we going to? Listen, we just hit the road. We stop by the museum, stop by to get some food, stop by there. It doesn't matter. Let things happen organically, and they will love and appreciate it. I promise you. You could tell a girl we're going on a date and just be like, "Oh, we're driving. Maybe you live in the in upstate like I do, and you could drive her all the way to the end of Brooklyn to get ice cream. She'll love it."
Okay. What do you do?
I'm a TikTok creator manager.
TikTok creator manager? For what company? Or is it for yourself?
It's for TikTok.
For TikTok?
Social media.
Okay. Social media?
Social media agent, yes.
Okay. How many kids you have?
I have 2.
How many baby daddies?
2.
2? Okay. So you didn't think after the first one that you wanted to marry the next one?
No.
No? Okay. Okay. I was just asking because for real men, that's what matters. Your first one is given. Your second one, the mistake is on you.
Oh, is it? Well, there's
That's definitely
circumstances
right.
under why I got
That's
pregnant.
definitely
but
right.
That's nor here or there, and that's
Yeah,
not
but
what I'm here for.
Okay, definitely. You're a beautiful woman, though.
Thank you.
But I respect your answer.
Thank you. Let's go back here with your name and age.
I'm Shay, and I'm 37.
How you doing, Shay?
I'm doing amazing.
Shay, what do you do?
So I work for the county, and I have my own hair business and a few other little small businesses.
Okay. All right. And why did you end up popping your balloon?
So originally I was feeling it. I like I don't want to say a bad boy, but I like somebody that's outspoken. But the question of, I feel like you're challenging the women. Oh, how many baby daddies you got? And then, it just, does that matter? You say future, so that's their past. It's not their future. How many kids do you have?
I have one daughter. She's 19.
Do you want more?
I do.
My balloon still pop because I don't want any more.
Okay.
You don't want any more?
Not at all. I
You
have.
can't have
one.
any more. You
No, I'm
choose
choosing.
not
I
to
choose
have
not to have
any
any more. I have a
Okay.
almost 14-year-old, and
Okay, yeah. Well, the reason for me asking their past about the baby daddies because it lets me know where they're going in their future. If you didn't want to have a baby daddy for the second time, then that lets me know that you was uncareful of what you're dealing with.
do you necessarily
Okay.
believe that somebody's past is their past that don't determine their future?
Not-
Because
not-
I mean, I can look at you and say like you made people make mistakes. And it could happen. I feel like once or twice, okay, some things become a choice, but
No,
your
no,
past
no.
doesn't determine
When it
it.
come to once is a mistake. Twice, that's on you.
Okay, so then say like you get into a relationship with somebody, you get married, and things don't work. So then I guess you made a mistake? And then so you once is a mistake and then twice is, I don't believe in that because I believe things happen.
Sweetheart, twice is on you.
Okay,
You
but-
should have learned from that very first
No,
mistake. Okay,
lessons are
and
to be
not
learned.
saying that your child is a mistake, right?
Of course
But the
not.
fact that you chose the wrong man to have kids with, and secondly, not to have a marriage after the next one or before
Marriage
the next
doesn't
one.
determine, and I'm a person that wants to be married, but marriage don't determine anything. I done known people to be married for a long time and it don't work out, baby. So
Okay.
yeah, you are, no, honey bun,
Okay.
you're too aggressive now.
No problem. Oh,
I don't want to be wasting time, doing the same thing. But that's from the masculine standpoint. Okay. And that's like the masculine aggression. All right. The masculine urge to do what's right, to get it over with, and to move on. It's very important. That's how men progress. Okay. We learn, we move on, and we improve. Now, the ladies are different. Okay. They're different. They deal with butterflies in their belly. If you give them butterflies in their belly, that's it. They want to just open up their legs and have babies for you. Okay, it doesn't matter what's going on, what's going to happen in the future. Like remember, they want things to just happen to them. Okay, by destiny, by fate, by spirituality. By happenstance, by surprises. They love surprises. So the metaphors, dude. He surprised them, he wowed them, they had a butterfly, they carried this child for 9 months, they gave birth to his baby, and boom, that's it. Now, after that, he messed up, okay? And now they're like, oh, all men ain't shit, all men ain't shit. So, they move on to the second dude. The second dude did the same thing, give them the butterflies, convince them. Women, once you can whisper into their ears and say things, it's only a matter of time. I'm telling you, if you can get close to any woman's ears and whisper into their ears, it's only a matter of time before the whole the whole thing begins, before you get the action, and you get into the wet wet. But they don't see it as that masculine, strict, learning, aggressive thing that needs to happen. Like, you can make the same mistake twice, according to women. You just have to be kind and forgiving and considerate and God fearing and be a nice person and just accept people as they are. I promise you, that's the mindset behind baby mamas with 7 kids still looking for husband, because they don't see it as a mistake. They don't see it. I mean, they see it as a mistake, but they don't see it as a choice. Okay, they see it as, I dated 7 guys and it was all 7 mistakes. I should never be judged by it. That's how they see it. They don't see it as, yo, after dating the first guy, the second guy, I have to make this work. I can't afford to make any more mistake. No, they don't see it as that. They're like, it's life, it happens, it's a mistake. I made a mistake, I made a mistake, I made a mistake. And I keep having children from this baby daddies, but I keep making mistakes. I'm gonna get it right. I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep going. And no one should judge me by this thing, because it's just what it is. It's life. It happens. Okay. It's just unique. They don't see it as, I can afford to make mistakes. Okay. I tell myself that all the time. Like, that's it. The first one. The second one, I can't afford to make this much mistakes. It's just what it is. Now, from what you're saying, I love the bad boys. I like the guy that's outspoken, but now you're getting too aggressive. I understand it. Okay. I understand it. So when you're dealing with ladies, guys, always remember, pay attention to what they are not saying. Much more than what they're saying. Much more than what they're saying. Okay? Because damn, this is bad. She's bad. Look at the curve, man. And pink. Damn, Lord Jesus. I didn't see that before. I wasn't paying attention to that, but now I am. And she has a kid. Hell, I'm about to become a stepdad. Anyways, yeah. Just have fun with women. That's it. That's the secret. Like, there's no secret to this thing. Don't get judgmental. Don't be like, approach a woman like, I want to have your number. You don't need them by all means. For ladies don't even know what they want, right? A lady can give you her number right now and block you the next 2 hours. They don't, so many things happen. Just don't get too pushy about things, because they can pick up on those things. Like, ladies also, the same way I'm saying, focus on what they're not saying or their actions. The same thing is happening from the woman's standpoint. They are listening to you, but they're also paying attention to the things you're not saying, right? Like this guy is talking in a very low tone and everything, and he's not even being aggressive, but they are picking up aggression, right? They're picking up aggression, and they're picking up that he's combative and judgmental. As a 41-year-old man that has worked so hard all his life, it's gonna be hard to change a guy like that because he already has a specific mindset that's been working for him for 41 years, and it's gonna be hard to change that. And I think he's doing a lot of work on himself by saying, "I have no deal breaker," by keeping an open mind. I think it's him working on himself, and that's what I think the ladies should have been picking up on because it's uh, you know the man's world is completely different from the woman's world. Women just want to have fun, right? Guys, nah, you're not allowed to have that much fun. You can have some fun, but back to work. That's it.
Well, the aggressiveness that comes from a Southern man, right?
Baby, let me explain
And we
something to you.
stand on what we
My
talking
roots
about.
come from Texas, so
Okay, I'm from New Orleans.
okay, so
You know what I
the
mean?
South,
So
the
when
battles of the
you,
South.
All right,
like I
Brian.
said again.
Brian, let's move on.
okay,
Let's move on. Let's
no
move on.
problem. Have a good day, love.
If we can have your name and age.
Hi, my name is Shay, and I'm 37.
And Shay, what do you
Hello,
do?
Shay.
I am an insurance adjuster, and I'm just waiting to take my real estate license.
Very nice. And why did you end up popping your balloon?
Just based off of the energy, I didn't want to pop it too soon. I like to feel you out first, but just based off of the energy and the conversations that were had between the women, and just overall, that's it.
Okay. So you a follower?
No, I went out. That's why I said I didn't pop it right away. I wanted to see for myself.
So you didn't like
Just-
my responses and the women that I responded to? You didn't like the responses?
Just the energy from it. Yeah,
The energy is too strong for you, huh?
not necessarily too strong. I just didn't too much care for it.
That's understandable. I respect that, though.
Thank you.
Let's go on over here. If we can have your name and age.
Davinia, and I'm 41.
And Davinia, what do you do?
I'm a compliance analyst for a payment processing company.
Okay. And why did you end up popping your balloon?
I popped my balloon. I was waiting because I was trying to feel the energy, the vibe, the connection, chemistry. And I believe he was speaking very well, very suave, handsome gentleman. So I was trying to give it some time. But then it started to feel like an attack. And I didn't like or agree with the attack. So that was why I popped my balloon.
Okay. So you say it felt like an attack. Can you elaborate on that?
You don't judge people from their past, or you like to start off with a clean slate. I don't think that if a relationship works out for a woman and it happens to be her second baby daddy per se, I don't think that's her fault. So if she decides to stay and marry the man like Brian,
Guys, I said that. They don't think it's their fault, okay? It happened. It just happened. So if you're coming in, you're supposed to take everything because it's not their fault. Okay. And this is what we're talking about. I think a lot of people call it the lack of taking accountability. However, it's still not their fault. And that's how they see it. Another thing I haven't mentioned is that if you understand, like, he could be saying something to one lady and the other lady's popping balloon because they all kind of like have this collective mentality way of seeing things, feeling things, analyzing things. And then they mentioned that it's the energy, it's the vibe, it's the emotional intelligence. Like, they wouldn't give you the things like to work on, like your haircut, your shirts, your pants. It's the energy and the vibe. And that's why you can't take things too personal or too serious with ladies or with women. You can't, because it's just what it's subjective. And just put it in a subjective place, you know. Don't get too serious. Don't get overly aggressive. Just listen to them. Let them say what they have to say. Be nice to them. Be kind to them. It is what it is, you know. If you don't have this girl, I promise you, you will have like 20 other girls coming your way the following day. So it's never a big deal trying to get one woman. Never, ever, 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 never, ever set your eyes and be like, oh, I want this girl by all means. This is the only girl. This is the girl that can make my dream happen. This is the girl. Nah, fuck that. Nobody has time for that. When they come, treat them nice, treat them good, make them feel happy, you know, be kind to them. And if they're about to leave, just let them know that, okay, listen, it was nice knowing you. That's it. And I hope you have a good life. That's it. Because there's so many things that will happen and they wouldn't say. Sometimes it's out of how you would receive it. Sometimes it's like from like fear of being attacked or fear of being judged. But you know, I said all those things before. You know, let's hear what the brother has to say.
says, then that means she's settling. And I don't agree with a woman having to settle just because the opinions of others thinking that, it's going to be her fault. It's her fault because it didn't work out. No.
Okay.
Because people, they start off with different personas and then you slowly kind of learn who they really are. So if you decide to walk away because that situation isn't healthy for you, that doesn't mean that it's your fault that it didn't work out.
Okay. Okay. So there's 4 billion women on the planet. I'm a black American from Louisiana. I have the choice to have the pick of the litter. So why would I pick you if you have multiple baby daddies?
Well, don't pick me.
Right.
Yeah.
And
you
I
have
understand
the choice.
that.
You have the choice. We all
I
have
have
a choice.
I have the choice, but
Yeah.
you're judging me on the fact that I have the choice.
No, I'm not judging you. That just means that I'm not for you. If you're going to judge me because my second baby daddy didn't work out for me, then I'm not for you. So I'm not judging
And I
you and your
understand that.
opinion
How many kids
and your
you have?
preference. I have 3.
You have
25,
3?
18, and 12.
Okay, how many baby daddies?
2.
2. Okay. So it's no disrespect towards that, right? But I just want you to understand, when it comes to a man of top tier, right? We give you a few from one man. That's it. If you have multiple from a different man, that disqualifies yourself.
So it disqualifies a top tier woman from getting a top
That's
tier
exactly
man
right. Why?
if
Because
she
there's
has-
billions of women on this planet. All right?
I respect your opinion.
Okay.
Okay, well, Brian, that is all the balloons popped.
No problem.
Well, we do thank you for coming on. Let's go ahead and give it up for him, ladies.
All right. All right. Thank you. Have a good day.
So that's the entire video with that gentleman and the ladies. Let me know what you guys all think about that, because it's all over the place. He has genuine reason for what he wants, and they have genuine reason for what they want. We all know that when it comes to women, things are extremely subjective. When it comes to men, things are objective, rational. He wants things. You can't afford to make a couple of more than 2 mistakes. I completely understand that. And for them, it's like, even if you make 2, 3, 4, 5 mistakes, it's just not their fault. These things will never end. It will never end. We will keep having this situation for generations and generations and generations, whereby ladies will keep doing what they're doing and men will keep doing what they're doing. At the end of the day, it's just the way the world functions. All right, we have chaos and we have order. You have a little bit of chaos and then you have order, and when you have order, you have a little bit of chaos, and they all just keep coming on and off, on and off, on and off, just to balance each other out. And that's the reason why men and women need to come together, because I believe it was Jordan Peterson who said it in his book: men are order and women are chaos, and when they come together, they can make things work. But with this video, I believe that a lot of them are saying things that they overtly wouldn't say. There's so many things that they are not saying, and you have to pay attention to the things they are not saying much more than the things that they are saying. Because he is trying to bring out something. He's trying to find the root cause of the problem on why they are popping their balloons, but they are seeing it as an attack. So it's kind of a subjective situation, but it is what it is. I wish everyone on the show the best of luck. And once again, back to my statement at the very beginning of the video, when I said sometimes I feel like this kind of shows are kind of like degrading towards the black culture, because it's just putting our business out there. Like, I don't know. I can't imagine myself on one of these kind of shows, because I would never take it serious. Like, never. Like, if they all pop their balloons, I would never, ever, ever be like, oh, why you pop your I mean, I would just turn into a freaking turn into a clown show like it is, because number one, when it comes to dating sites, I don't even subscribe to dating sites. I think dating site is one of the most catastrophic thing that's ever happened to dating. especially to men, because of the variances in the pooling of the you know partners. When you go on the dating side, men really don't have a lot of options like women, and women have more options. And because men don't have so much options, they get frustrated. Women also get frustrated from having so many options, to the point where they be like, all men are the same, all men are trash, all men are this. And that's what's happening here. When you see this kind of shows, you see when a lady walks in, most guys still hold on to the balloon because they want to get to know him. But when the guy walks in, it's almost like they're popping up those balloons from the way from the way he's walking, from what the pants looks like, from his height, from it's so many stuff to disqualify men. However, like I said, if you ever find yourself in any of this kind of situation, just have fun. Okay, that's the most important thing. Have fun, create memories. Don't take it too serious. Don't even be like, oh, I want to lock this bitch down. Never. Don't be trying to lock no woman down. Okay, don't be trying to lock none of them down. Okay, focus on yourself. Focus on your goal. Focus on your career. Focus on having fun. Focus on being the fun dude that if this lady ends up with me, she's gonna have the greatest time of her life. And then she's gonna go out and tell all of her friends. And now all of her friends, all of her baddie friends, wants to fuck with you because you're the funnest dude. You're the fun dude. You make things happen. When they're with you, it's no dull moment. That's it. That's the goal. That's what you want to do. Don't be focused on all this kind of dating shows. I don't even know. I think I will probably look into another one and we'll talk around it. But let me know what you think in the comment below. Let me know what you think about the dating shows. Let me know what you think about the brothers. Let me know what you think about the sisters. Let me know what you think. Do you think disqualifying a brother because of his pants, a 41-year? Do you think a 34-year-old woman disqualifying a 41-year-old man because of his pants is rational, or do you think it's because of the height? Because I said it's because of the height. I promise you it's because of the height. I promise you it's because of the height. Okay, she didn't say it, but check out the body language, check out the eye contact, check out everything. I promise you it's because of the height. But they would never want to say it because when it comes to things like that, men have zero control over it, right? And when it comes to the things that men look at in women, women really have control over it. Like if you're talking about baby daddies, how many baby daddies? They have control over it. Like if you don't like a guy, you could choose not to give birth to his child, right? There's so many ways to do that. However, if you don't like his height, there's so many ways you can fix that, right? I mean, there's no way to fix that. But if you don't like the pants, it's a freaking pant. Okay, it's a pant. It's 40, no, not 40. It's $25 on Amazon. A big ass pant. That's what you like? I'm gonna wear big ass pants. That's fixable. Okay, so when you're judging someone based on something that's fixable, it's a difference. And when you're judging someone based on something that's not fixable, like the height, like um like the complexion, like the facial shape, like things like that, it's different. And that's why when you get older you tend to keep an open mind, because you know that some things can be worked on and some things just can't be worked on, and you just have to walk around those things and understand that when you have your partner, eventually your partner will never be 100%. I promise you, no partner you choose would ever be 100%. Everyone that ends up with someone would always have to settle. Okay, everyone. It doesn't matter who you are, Beyonce, Rihanna, this or that, or you're the most beautiful one in the world, you're the richest dude in the world. Everyone would have to settle if you want to have a stable partner. Everyone, because your partner would never be 100%. There's no partner that will have everything. However, you will have to walk around those things that they have and just find a way to be content and keep bolstering or keep amplifying the best in them. Jesus Christ. Anyways, I appreciate you guys for watching this video this long. If you have any comment, please make sure you leave it below. And if you're not yet subscribed to this channel, feel free to subscribe to the channel. And if you want me to check out another dating show, send me links or go follow my Instagram and send me a DM. Nah, don't send me a DM because I won't read it. But yeah, send me a link if there's any video that you want me to react to, and we will take it from there. Other than that, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out. It's about to go down here.